Valerie Live.
I'm Katie Kwan.
And we're Rice Paper Scissors.
Pop-up Vietnamese Cafe.
We're both Vietnamese food vendors, and Katie sold banh mi and I sold different dishes that my grandma made. And we're both kind of experimenting and seeing what stuck. And the underground market was a really fun time. It was a room full of like 50 other vendors who were just starting out or just starting out their own business. And it was chaotic. There would be thousands of people, accordions and heat and things cooking all in one roof. It felt like a food circus, and that was really fun. And then came February of last year, 2011, and it was Vietnamese New Year, which is also the same thing as Chinese New Year. And I hit up Katie and said, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we just did something ourselves on the street? Because in Vietnam, everything's a pop-up. People are selling food on the street with little red stools, any street corner or alleyway. And because of that imagery, we wanted to recreate that. For Rice Paper Scissors. Twitter played a huge part in just how we got started. So the way we worked was that since the nature of our pop-up was slightly illegal, aka setting up on the sidewalk with no permits, we would say that we would tweet the location the day of. So not only did it kind of give us some sort of protection, it allowed a sense of discovery. We were able to kind of wait for it and then find this random warehouse in the Mission where we had transformed it to a Vietnamese restaurant.
And initially, when we were getting our start, I felt very comforted by the fact that there were all these people who, felt the way I did, that had passion, that had desire, that had hope, and wanted to kind of do stuff. And it was a great way for them to share what they were doing, and for me to kind of know that they were around and connect with them.
All the food people were on Twitter. So when the recession happened, 08, 09, a lot of food carts started popping up, especially during the summertime, and they would set up, in different alleyways and in the park. People like Matcha Curry Cart, our friend Soul Cocina, people who feel are kind of OG food carts, someone that kind of just started setting up. And there's a big community of those people on Twitter because that's how they also use the social media to get the word out. And what I really liked about the food community, or at least this part of it, the pop-up food cart, recession-inspired group of people, is that we would all support each other. So on Twitter you kind of talk to each other and be like, hey, so-and-so's doing this event at Fabric 8, and it was just a great way to keep tabs on the community and give each other props.
Yeah, and when you're doing something that hasn't been done before, as we kind of were doing, we were trying to learn or teach ourselves, and the best thing to do is, be able to glean some parts of information or some things from people who are on Twitter.
With Rice Paper Scissors, I do more of the social media and PR stuff, because my background's in journalism and kind of storytelling and getting the word out.
Kind of on the flip side of that, I'm a food geek and always will be, so I do a lot of the food.
She's a chef.
I cook and do inventory and organize the walk-in and all that fun stuff, but we also get to create new dishes.
It's called mangled mustard.
This is what I call a desk plant. Screw flowers. Right?
Each of us having our roles, it fits us very well. We have very complementary skill sets. Katie's a badass cook. I can prep sometimes, but Katie's a badass cook, and when it comes to the office stuff, I gotta unlock. So I think we balance each other out really well.
We both look to our travels, our family experiences to come up with, dishes that we're connected to or that we want to see happen.
Just things we want to eat too.